Hi, I'm Dr. Mashur. Welcome to my class. Today I would like to discuss different types of RNA. Mainly, three types of RNA is present in both eukaryotes and prokaryotes. The first one is messenger RNA or mRNA, and second one is tRNA or transfer RNA, and third one is ribosomal RNA or rRNA. These are the three types of RNA present in both eukaryotes and prokaryotes. The first RNA, that is the mRNA. This is the most heterogeneous group of RNA with respect to size and stability. And this mRNA is account for 5% of total cellular RNA. And this mRNA carries adenine, uracil, guanine, cytosine as a major base, and methylpurine and methylpyrimidine as the minor bases present in the mRNA. And the 3' end of most mRNA having a polymer of adenosine monophosphate. That means the 3' end of mRNA having a polymer of adenine nucleotides, and is called as poly-A tail. And this poly-A tail having 20 to 295 nucleotides length. And this poly-A tail help to protect the RNA from 3' exonuclease activity. And the 5' end of this RNA having one 5' cap that is made up of 7-methyl guanosine, and this 5' cap help to give stability to RNA from 5' exonuclease, and this 5' cap having a role in recognition in protein synthesis. And the function of mRNA is act as a messenger from DNA to synthesize protein in translation. This is about mRNA. In this figure you can see the structure of mRNA is having one 5' cap and 3' poly-A tail. This is about mRNA. Next we can see rRNA or ribosomal RNA. This ribosomal RNA mainly found in ribosome, and this ribosomal RNA represents about 80% of total cellular RNA, and the cells contain different types of ribosomal RNA, and each subunit of ribosome having specific type of ribosomal RNA. Ribosomal RNA combines with the protein and form ribosome, and it's act as a site for protein synthesis. The function of rRNA is that will facilitate the translation, and that will bind with tRNA and mRNA during the translation, and this rRNA helps to form peptide bond during the protein synthesis. And here you can see a different rRNAs found in different subunit of ribosome, and this is about the ribosomal RNA. Next we can see transfer RNA or tRNA. They are single stranded small globular RNA, and it will remain largely in cytoplasm, and this tRNA or transfer RNA will transfer amino acid from cytoplasm into ribosome for protein synthesis. That's why it is called as a transfer RNA, and it acts as an adapter between mRNA and amino acids. And each amino acid having a specific tRNA. That's why the cells having 20 types of tRNA. Structure of tRNA. The secondary structure of tRNA is a cloverleaf structure, and this structure is stabilized by hydrogen bond. Apart from the usual bases, this tRNA contains some unusual bases that is formed by the methylation of usual bases. And the example of unusual bases are methyl guanine and methyl cytosine. And this tRNA molecule having mainly 4 arms. One is acceptor arm, and second one is anticodon arm, and third one is thymine pseudoiodine uracil arm, Fourth one is D arm or DHU arm. First we can see acceptor arm. Acceptor arm consists of cytosine, and adenine unpaired sequence. And this acceptor arm is responsible to carry amino acid from cytoplasm into ribosome for photosynthesis. The 3' group of adenine nucleotide will bind with carboxyl group of amino acid and form amino acid tRNA, and it carry to ribosome for protein synthesis. In this figure, you can see the acceptor arm. There is cytosine, adenine unpaired sequence is there. That is adenine bind with the carboxyl group of amino acid is there and is form a amino acid tRNA, and it will carry into ribosome for protein synthesis. Next is the anticodon arm. This anticodon arm having unpaired non-bundled loop, and this anticodon arm carrying 3 specific nucleotide bases and constitute the anticodon. And these 3 bases present in anticodon arm that will bind with the codon of mRNA during the translation. And this anticodon arm gives specificity to tRNA to bind with specific amino acids. In this figure, you can see anticodon arm. There is 3 bases in there. These bases are give specificity to tRNA to carry specific amino acids for translation. And next arm is
T arm or
thymine, pseudoiodine and cytosine arm. And this arm contains thymine and pseudoiodine and cytosine. And this arm is involved in binding of tRNA with the ribosome. In this figure, you can see thymine, pseudoiodine arm. And next is the D arm or DHU arm. This arm contains the base dihydroiodine. That's why it's called as a DHU arm or D arm. And this arm is act as a site for recognition of amino acid activating synthesis enzyme during protein synthesis. In this figure, you can see DHU arm, and apart from this main arm, 4 arms, there will be sometimes one extra arm will be present, and the exact function of this arm is not known. And in this figure, you can see this extra arm present in the tRNA. This is about tRNA. I hope you understood about different types of RNA. Thank you for the listening.